Hey, what's up guys? The Explanation Pros here. Today, I'll explain a zombie comedy movie, Zombie for Sale. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. At the beginning of this movie, we can see how a medical company named Nexalin is trying to invent a medicine that can cure diabetes and testing them illegally on people in their lab. But in this illegal experiment, people of trial start to have weird side effects in their body. Though, they still didn't stop the experiment there. At the present day, it shows a man who has completely turned into a zombie for the side effects he got from the experiment, comes out of the manhole inside a secret underground lab, and starts to walk towards a nearby village. On the other side, we see that a couple comes in contact with a car accident near the village where suddenly a mechanic named June shows up and helps the couple. In here, we find out that it was June who purposely caused the accident to get himself customers. He takes their car to the village for the repairing service and repairs it by the morning. The couple receives way too overpriced bill for it, so they decide to pay with their credit card. But when Jun's wife, Namju, and daughter Haegul scare them with a sharp knife, they quickly pay the bill in cash and drive away from there. Meanwhile, the hungry zombie keeps walking in the village and tries to hunt innocent people, but this zombie is a different kind. He is so easy to handle that even children of the village started to play with him. But he runs away and hides in a public toilet when a dog starts to chase him. The dog keeps barking outside the toilet, so Jun's father, Jok, comes out to have a look at what's going on. As soon as he goes inside the toilet to check, the zombie appears in front of him and bites his head. On the other side, we see a ghoul is going back home when that same zombie comes on her way and tries to attack her. But suddenly that dog starts to chase him again, and this time, both Hagul and the zombie run for their life. Jun's brother Min, who got fired from his job in the city, comes back to the village when he suddenly notices a dog is after Hagul and he starts running with her. The zombie who was also running with them got hit by Jun's car and fell on the farm. Witnessing the accident, they feel and think that he was a normal guy who just died in the accident. But the zombie gets off the ground again as the dog doesn't stop chasing him. Meanwhile, Jun returns home with his family members and wonders how is it possible for a man to stand up even after getting hit by a car. Just then, an ambulance stops in front of Jun's house and his father Jok comes out of there, as he went to the hospital to treat the wound on his head after the zombie attacked him. As the day passes by and the darkness arrives, the zombie hides in Jun's garage to save himself from the dog that keeps chasing him, whereas Jok was resting in his minivan and dreaming about his desire to have a trip to Hawaii. He always wanted to go there but couldn't save enough money to turn his dream into a reality. As times go on, Jok's body temperature starts to increase as the infection of the zombie bite spreads quickly in his body. Agul notices that there's somebody in the garage and goes to find out with Jok. Jok sees the zombie and tells Agul that this is the man who attacked him earlier. To take his revenge, he grabs an axe and attacks the zombie. Agul calls out all the family members to the garage. After several attacks, it looked like a man was murdered, but everyone goes into shock when they see a zombie alive. They all get scared and run away from the garage and lock the zombie there. While watching him from the outside, Jun's brother Min says that this is not a normal human, but a zombie, and shows a family film titled Train to Busan, which is based on zombies. After watching the movie, everyone starts to believe Min, but as Jok was bitten by the zombie, Jun's wife Namju hits on his head and locks him in his minivan. That night, Min was searching the web to find out a way to get rid of that zombie. He tells everyone that zombies like to eat human brains when suddenly Jok comes there. Min hits Jok on his head and knocks him out again, thinking he is slowly turning into a zombie. But Jun realizes that his father is fine and gets angry at Min for hitting him. Later, Agul goes into the garage to have a look at the zombie and offers him a cabbage to eat. Thinking it's a human brain, the zombie starts to eat it. While he is eating, Jun's wife Namju comes there and takes out all the teeth of the zombie, thinking if it has no teeth, then he will not be able to bite anyone. On the other hand, Jok faces a weird side effect from the zombie's bite. Instead of turning into a zombie, he starts looking younger day by day. When goes for a walk in the village, his friends start to ask him about the secret behind his young and handsome look all of a sudden. He then tells them about the zombie. After hearing the whole incident, his friends in the village wish to be bitten by that zombie and requests Jok for it. They even offer him money, but Jun's brother Min hears the conversation and decides to kidnap the zombie and sell it in the town for a huge amount of money. So, he kidnaps the zombie and starts driving towards the city when the two cops stop him for driving with overspeed. When the cops check his truck, they are shocked to find a zombie inside it. After that, they take him to the police station for inquiry where Jok comes and lies to the police that the zombie is actually his son because he is greedy for the money as well. he takes the zombie back to the village and locks him again in the garage. As usual, Agul gives him cabbage to eat, but then everyone notices that all his teeth are gone. Just then, friends of Jock arrive there with the excitement of being young again. But after knowing the zombie now has no teeth, he borrows fake teeth from one of his friends and puts them in the zombie's mouth. Then, one by one, all friends of Jock gets themselves bitten by the zombie. For this, Jock receives a heavy amount of money. But Namju comes there and keeps all the money for herself. Next morning, friend of Jock, who were bitten by the zombie yesterday, became young again. On the other side, Jock steals all the money and flies to his dream destination, Hawaii, for a lovely trip. Here, the other people of the village get to know about the zombie story and get themselves bitten to become young as well. Like this, Jun and his family earn through that zombie for a period of time. But Agul starts to catch feelings for the zombie and feels bad to think that his family is running a business through him. So, one day, she meets him in the forest and tells him to leave the village. But even after being a zombie, he likes the caring nature of Agul. So, he decides to stay because he wants to live with Agul. For this, Agul named him Jongbi. Later, a wedding ceremony takes place in the village, where everyone who was bitten by the zombie earlier starts to turn into real zombies this time. Then, they start to bite the rest of the people in the village. Witnessing this, Jun's family locked themselves in the house and prepared to fight all the zombies. On the other hand, Min, Jun's brother, plans to take the previous zombie, Jongbi, to the city and sell him at a good price. He takes the zombie and goes to the bus station, but the place was already full of zombies. So, Min leaves Jongbi there and drives away alone in his truck to save himself. When he comes back home, he sees zombies sneak into Jun's house and his family getting in the minivan of Jok to protect themselves. Just then, Min lights a fire in his truck and tries to attract the zombies towards it. With this idea, he somehow manages to get out of the truck and joins his family in the minivan. Inside the minivan, Namju's labor pain starts to kick in. She needs to go to the hospital right away. To cope up with this situation, both Min and Jun get out of the van and start to act like zombies to reach safely to their car. After they manage to do so, they notice that the car key is left inside the house. As they are unable to start the car, the zombies start to attack them. When Agul comes to rescue them, zombies try to attack her too. But the main zombie, Jongbi, comes right at the moment and saves her. Just then, Namju delivers a baby, and because of the baby's cry, the zombie gathered around the minivan again and tried to attack them. To use this chance as an advantage, Jun runs toward the house to bring the car keys, but unfortunately, he gets bitten by one of the zombies inside the house. Jun throws the car keys towards Min through the window and somehow manages to get out of the house. Min successfully catches the key and starts the car, in which Jun and his family manage to escape from that place. Whereas Jongbi, the main zombie, stays there and burns all the zombies with petrol. After driving the whole night, another morning arises and everyone in the car finds out that Jun has turned into a zombie for getting bitten earlier. So everyone gets out of the car. Meanwhile, Jok comes back from his Hawaii trip and meets all of them on their way. When they notice that Jok, who was the first person to get bitten by the zombie, didn't turn into one of them, they realize that Jok's body is carrying the antibody that can end this virus and cure the infected people. It's been 6 months and the virus is everywhere in Korea, when all the zombies are standing in line and Jok bites them one by one. After getting bitten by Jok, every zombie turns back into a human again. Just like that, he bites Jun and Jongbi and turns them into normal humans again. After that, Jongbi lives with Jun's family forever. The movie ends here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.